Hey, happy Monday. How's everybody doing? Can y'all hear me? Woman Wellness and more, and I'm your host. Today is another day of awareness. Today I'll be sharing about fibromyalgia. Hope everybody's having a good day. Happy new week.
Thought I seen a super chat. A super. Thought I seen a super chat. A super chat. I did.
Hey, Minister Terry. Hey, Miss Lady T. Hey, pre-retirement. Happy Monday. Happy new week. Hope everybody's having a good afternoon. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Today is just another day of awareness. I've been sharing about women's health all month. Next month will be men health, so I'll be sharing some information. But I just want to put out some disclaimers. Anything that I talk about on my channel. Hey Frank, how you doing? If you hear me, put a thumb in the chat. If y'all can hear me, put a thumb in the chat. Can y'all hear me? I just want to make this perfectly clear. My channel is not to diagnose anyone. I'm not here to recommend anything for no one to get on the. My channel is awareness. I share information on some things that I don't, because it's for educational entertainment purposes only. Anytime you got anything going on with you, consult your doctor. I'm just a YouTube creator, but I can speak on things because of my own life experiences. But I welcome you. Trying to see what Terry said. Y'all can hear me? Y'all can hear me? But I welcome each and every one of y'all. Shout out to all my members. I do appreciate you all. Okay, thank you for putting that. I don't have Nightbox Bike program yet, but I will get it back. I got to reprogram it. But if someone in the chat you want to connect with, you can connect with them. Okay. But today my commentary is about fibromyalgia. If you've been following me, you've been sharing this. I share with monthly about different topics, but I have to make it perfectly clear that I'm not a doctor or nurse. I'm not here to die. I don't share information, encouragement, myself motivated or with others. Hey, Mickey, how you doing? Good to see you. Shout out to my members. Shout out to everyone that has joined my membership. I do appreciate you all. Yeah, this is a new week, new opportunities, new blessings. And this is Monday awareness. I know y'all probably already heard me talk about fibromyalgia, but this is just like commentary. I shared. Okay, I'm trying to take that off. If you come in the chat, please be positive in the chat. If you see someone that connect with, drop a link, or y'all just take turn dropping each other links. Know how we used to do it. Just drop your link if you want to. Good to see you, Miss Lady T. Of course, purple is fibromyalgia color. Is anybody fibromyalgia? In our chat. Anybody in the chat deal with fibromyalgia? A lot of people don't know what it is, but if you've been following me, you know it got something to do with pain. let me know. I can drop the link if you want to come up, or you can write, talk about it in the chat. Okay. Welcome you. This is like it's on my ear. Let me go out and come back in. I don't know what's going on with my service. It's like it want to act crazy today. I'm finna go down and come back in, then I'm gonna get started up there. Good to see. Hello, I'm back. I don't know what's going on, but am I freezing up down there? Am I freezing up? Can y'all see me? Anyway, I'm fixing to get into my commentary. Good to see everyone. Thank you, Terry, for dropping those reminders. Hey, Fuga Mama, how you doing? Good to see you. And congrats to you, Fuga Mama. You was gifted a membership yesterday. I don't know if you had noted, but someone gifted you. Tuber Chat gifted a member for me yesterday, and you was the one he gifted. So, welcome to my membership. I think it's like a month membership. But I did share your channel yesterday. I will be sharing you along with my members. So welcome, Fuga Mama, to the Georgia Troopers team. And thank you, Tuber Chat. He came in yesterday. He gifted someone, and you was the one he gifted. So welcome to the Georgia Troopers. Even though you already been over here with me a long time, but you was lucky yesterday, girl. And he got the $2.99 membership at that. So I'll be sharing your channel just like I'll be sharing your I don't know if it's the internet or what. I don't know what's going on, but for my members, I try to acknowledge them. I try to shout them out. I share your work. I'll be doing some members only live. I did a members only live the other day. I want to do some things with my members. I want them to know that they are appreciated. But I do appreciate everybody that is part of my channel, whether you're a member or not. But I'm going to get into my commentary, but in and out. It's my internet. It's my internet. Let me see. But I'm fixing to get into my commentary. Like I said, y'all have seen me talk about fibromyalgia before I was diagnosed with it. And it have to do with pain. There are different types of pain level you get when you have fibromyalgia. Mine's deal with my nerves. I deal with nerve pain, and I have osteoarthritis. That is a degenerate disease, and it messes with my back and joints. But I just recently found out last year that I had fibromyalgia. Anybody in the chat dealing with fibromyalgia? Let's put some purple hearts in the chat that represent people that are dealing with fibromyalgia. In this live stream today, I will be sharing with some of y'all probably already heard me speak on what is fibromyalgia and what are some of the triggers, because I do have my flare-ups. When I have those flare-ups, I be in a lot of pain, especially when it comes down to my knees and stuff. I can't even hardly walk when I be like that. And about 2 weeks ago, I was like that. I had to go. I go to a pain center now, and I've been going to a pain center since the beginning of the year. They be want me to come every week, but I can't. Those co-pays add up, so now they got me coming every 2 weeks. It's just to make me comfortable, because it's not a cure for fibromyalgia, or it's not a cure for inflammatory arthritis. Only thing they tell me, they just try to make me comfortable. So if anybody dealing with any kind of chronic pain, just know you're not alone. So if you have anything like a purple heart or something like that, anything purple, that represent people with fibromyalgia. And this month is also Women's Health Month. So if you have a purple heart or anything that you want to put in the chat, purple, that does represent fibromyalgia. These are for the ones that are dealing with. Hey, how are you? Welcome. Are you new? I do welcome you to my chat. So I'm fixing to get into my commentary. Do y'all know what do anybody in the chat know what is fibromyalgia? Do anybody in the chat know what fibromyalgia is? Anything that I talk about today is for educational, entertainment purposes only. And I speak on it because I was diagnosed with this last year. I've been having chronic pain for years, and they never could narrow it down what was the name and why my pain, because sometimes my pain shoot up to like 10, 7. Average pain day for me is about at least a 7 or 8, but it does rise up to 10. It does rise up to 10. When I start having pain like that, it'd be real bad. And I'm going to talk today about the triggers of fibromyalgia, what causes the trigger. But first of all, I will be sharing what is fibromyalgia. And if you've been following me, you probably already know it got something to do with pain. Okay. Welcome. Is it Pfizer? Pfizer. I can't pronounce your last name, but welcome. I'm your host, Georgia Girl, and I hope you hang around for the rest of the show. And if anybody dealing with fibromyalgia, how challenging it is, and we'll go from there. But first, I will tell you what is fibromyalgia. It's not a fun thing. It's really a life. It's life changing. Really, because like now I'm sitting up in this chair. I'm good because I take medication, but sometimes if I sit a long time, or if I feel like I'm having a flare up, I feel that pain. I feel pain daily, but it's now where I'm able to do, but I'm able to manage. You know what I'm saying? I'm able to manage and be able to live my life. So first, we're gonna get into what is fibromyalgia. A lot of people don't know what is fibromyalgia. Like I said, this is just like the education moments on my channel, wellness moments on my channel. Like I said, I'm not here to diagnose anyone or tell no one, this is just for educational purposes only. Let's see. Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all still hear me? Can y'all hear me? But if you can I do it this way? So I gotta go in the vertical way today. But can y'all see what I have on the stream? Okay. So if you didn't know what fibromyalgia is, this is what I share awareness. Awareness is when you share information and you advocate and support people that deal with the different types of awareness that share a different topic. For every month, I have merch available. I also can make shirts. If anybody want any custom made merch, let me know. I can do some awareness. I have as time awareness shirt. I have what else? Autism. I do different awareness shirt monthly of fibromyalgia. It is a long-term condition that involves widespread body pain and tiredness. Fibromyalgia is more common in women than in men. Factor. A person may be more likely to get fibromyalgia if a parent or a sibling has it. So it can be hereditary, but it's deal with pain, and it's most common in women. Uh, some other medical conditions raise the risk of fibromyalgia too. These include osteoarthritis. I deal with that. That's what I have. Rheumatoid arthritis and lupus. So it be mixed with all of that is all in the same category: lupus, rheumatoid, osteoarthritis. Um, these are autoimmune disorders. Fibromyalgia symptoms include pain throughout the body that has lasted for at least 3 months. Mine been going on for years. I've been having chronic pain for years. I just been coping with it. I deal with it. It get depressing sometimes, but I'm living, and I thank God for that. I'm living. Um, there are those days I be in a lot of pain, and there's some days I be okay. It just all depends on things. The weather. I'm gonna read to y'all the factor what plays in part of fibromyalgia. Yeah, I take medication for that. They giving me shots, and my legs be burning. Like if certain parts of my joints, it be feeling like my legs be on fire, y'all. Ooh. If you have not experienced it, it's hard to explain. It feel like I be like when I have those flare ups like that, I can't stand for nothing to even touch me. Like my grandkids, especially my little grandkid, they be trying to get up on me or come running me. When I'm having all day, I be like, don't touch my leg now, because it's very sensitive to it. When you going through fibromyalgia, it's a very sensitive feeling. Cause that day when I went up there to get that, I had to go up there and get a shot. I didn't want to go to the emergency room because I go to the place, I go to a pain center. So I had to end up going way before my appointment. I don't know what caused that. I think it was when the weather be bad, I really be miserable. I don't like to be in rainy weather, cold weather. It really flares me up. So I was just reading about this is what fibromyalgia is. I have shared this before, and I was diagnosed with this last year, but I've been having pain for years. But so they just when they ran some tests last year, they told me that's what I've been dealing with for years, and I just didn't know what it was. And they didn't really know, but they kept us saying they thought it was lupus I was dealing with, but I don't have lupus. Um, but like I said, fibromyalgia symptoms include pain throughout the body that has tested for at least 3 months. Often the pain is described as constant dull ache. Tiredness is also called fatigue. It is another key symptoms. A person may have trouble paying attention and focusing on mental tasks too. Yeah, it bothers you mentally. If you be in a lot of pain, just like you have a toothache, and y'all know you have a toothache. Oh, and you know how that pain be when you have a toothache. You don't want nobody even talking to you. You don't even want to eat. You just want to be left alone. And that's how sometimes it be when you have pain with fibromyalgia. Like I said, it be flare ups, and I have them. You all right? You just laying around. I be so tired. So there are things I have to do to keep myself up. That's why I'm able sometimes to come on and talk and share. But when those days that I'm not coming on, y'all know, I deal with real life stuff. You know what I'm saying? And fibromyalgia is one of those things I do deal with, especially, when you want to try to do things and if you being, I just ask God daily for his grace and mercy. I have came a mighty long way though. I have came a mighty long way with it. So let's see what this is. I just got a couple of things in here that I wanted to share with y'all. Like I said, this month is Women Health Month. Y'all don't forget to hit the like button, share me out if you're able to share me out. And thanks to the ones that are like the Bush people too. You giving me your view. I appreciate it. So, like I said, May is Women History Month. Women Health History Month. So I've been sharing different topics every week. I share some things about mental health. I share some things about different things about when it comes down to women's health. And right here they say, excuse me, they said fibromyalgia and symptoms. It is most common in women than men. Approximately women are 7 times more likely to develop fibromyalgia than men. These are facts. These are just the statistics of fibromyalgia. I tell you, women, it seems like we have the most to go through. And I know men go through things too, but us women, we have a lot. We have so much. But to the women's out there that's fighting fibromyalgia, keep fighting. You're not allowing women to develop than men. And it's just how it is. Men get it, but there is known for women to have it the most. Put some things in here that I want to just chat about today. And I was wondering, is anybody dealing with fibromyalgia? I want to know how challenging it is for you to live with it. And like I said, this is not nothing easy. It's challenging. It's very challenging. High fibromyalgia, digestion problems, widespread pain, insomnia, numbness and tingling, and fatigue. I can relate to some of this. I can't relate. I have my digestive problems. Sometimes my mouth, y'all see I be putting on lipstick all the time. And I can have some on my lip, but it just be feeling like it just feel like it just ain't moist enough. I even have brain fog sometimes because I easy to forget. Sometimes those kids be like, Mama, you okay? You know, things like that. Hey, James, welcome to the chat. Welcome to the chat. Today, is anybody in the chat living with fibromyalgia affect your body? Men do get it, but it's most common in women. And thanks for the hearts, Miss Key. I think I have been telling you about how I be going on, how I be feeling to keep myself educated more about it. I talk about me and I share with chat, but everybody's body is different. Like I said, my channel is not to diagnose anyone. It's just for education, awareness. It's me motivated. I motivate others. I hope pretty day outside. I thank God I done got over that beast thing. I got just a little bit more soreness, but compared to how it was a few days ago, I'm feeling much better. But just these are just some of the symptoms, and these are some of the things what affect the person with deal with fibromyalgia. But never my word. If you have any type of these symptoms, please contact your physician. Okay. Make sure you let your physician know what's going on with you because they can diagnose you better. There are tests. They got tests out there that they can give you to determine what type of what your body's going through. They gave me a test and the lady told me fibromyalgia is what you've been dealing with for all these years. Because I get very sensitive. I can't, if I'm in a lot of real pain, I don't want nothing touching my legs or anything. It could be just that the pain, out of messing with her. Unless you just go on and get it pulled. Am I right or wrong? When you have a toothache, you either gonna work on or you gonna go on and get it out. But you don't want nobody just going in there messing with your mouth. Because you know you already in pain. That's how I feel with fibromyalgia. You have to just get where you're able to be comfortable. That's what my doctor tells me. We just try to make you comfortable. And so I always get second opinion on anything that's going on with your body. If you're sure your doctor is not being correct, go to another doctor. But always consult someone else and talk to God. Talk to God about your problems. I do. I'll be like, wow. But I have came a mighty long way. I think it's the pain don't go away, but I got it where it's controllable. You know, I got it where I'm able to live. It's still some things I can't do what I used to do because what I'm saying. I do what I'm able to do. What I'm not able to do, I can't worry about it. I just thank God for His grace and mercy. Triggers when you're having fibromyalgia. And this live is for anybody that is going through this, and you probably know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't experienced some of these things, it's hard to share if you haven't experienced. This is common things what happens to people's lives every day, whether it's hereditary or just something just treatable. Okay, right here, these right here are the I don't know if y'all can see it. It's only far as I can zoom it up because I just put it downloaded that way. Thanks for the thumbs up. I appreciate everybody for coming in. And I was like I said, thanks on the Georgia Trooper Crew. So right here, I'll be talking about the 10 causes of fibromyalgia flare-ups. And I have those flare-ups. I'm telling you, when that pain hits you, it ain't fun. Yeah. So right now, I'm fixing to go over some of the symptoms that cause flare-ups. Okay. 10 common causes of fibromyalgia flare-ups. Number one, pressure, lightning storm, rapid fluctuations. Usually these flares are short-lived. Yeah, like when it be raining weather. Woo. I know my leg get the aching days, cold days. That's why I said when it be cold, I dread those cold days because that is not good weather for anybody with dealing with fibromyalgia. Hey, Sassy, how you doing? Happy for that. A lot of people probably hadn't heard of it. I'm just called May is Fibromyalgia Awareness Month, and these are one of the things that I deal with also. Anything that I share about real life experience and real life illness that I'm still struggling with. Okay. It's raining. Okay. Y'all need it. Okay. All right then. I'm sure y'all did. You just over some snow one while, were you? Okay. I was just saying rain and weather. If you deal with fibromyalgia or any type of joint problems, it'll have you aching all day. I know it had me like that. So number one, weather changing. You've been doing good on your walking. I've been seeing. I'm just getting over a bee stung, girl. I got not a bee, but a wasp. A wasp stung me about a few days ago, and my hand been swollen. It's still just a little bit sore, but the swelling hair went down. Uh, you said I never been around anyone who struggled with that. I heard it was yes, very painful. When I be telling y'all when I be in pain, when I have to get most of my pain deal with my nerves, and I got osteoarthritis. Side of my body is my weakness. I have my weak side of my body, and I deal with a lot of pain. That's why I'm gonna do some walking, but I'm gonna walk when we do our challenge is gonna start. I still walk. I just record it. You know, my doctor do want me to told me to do motion. Yeah, okay. But I've been having chronic pain for years and never know. You know, they thought it was lupus, but it wasn't lupus. And I've been dealing with chronic pain for years, and they call it fibromyalgia. It's just like always there, some days you little bit, but it just seems never. So since where you don't want nobody either, I'm easy to get agitated. When I'm being a lot of pain, I can't stand for nobody even touch me because I'm very sensitive when it come down to that. Oh yeah, I didn't. That's why I wasn't going live a few days ago because I had to put my hand in front of my face, girl. I didn't want that bee to sting me in my face. I had did a video in my members, but y'all how my hand was looking. It's still a little skin before it hit me in my face. Shoot. You see, my chronic pain come from tendonitis in my foot. And when it rain, woo, child, rainy weather, bad weather, That's why I don't like to be out in the cold. Just reading some of the things that cause flare-ups, weather changing, overexertion, trying to do too much on days you're feeling well, oftentimes trying to play catch up. Yeah. Sometimes, when I be doing stuff, and if I feel like I'm tired, I be tired a lot. And if I get in those situations, I try to rest. I'm not going to overwork myself or overexert myself, in other words. So that's number 2. 3 is put a number on us, y'all. It really do. That's why, we're human. Sometimes we might worry about our kids. We might worry about things that we shouldn't, but it does mentally and physically. So stress usually the flare up triggered by stress, particularly chronic stress or the stress is a killer. You hear me? When they say stress is a silent killer, they tell the truth. Because people have heart attacks and strokes, and they deal with a lot. They have a lot on their plate. They have a burden. I was going on me mentally, and it was a lot. It was a lot. My dad, he's doing okay. He's still dealing with 2 types of cancer, but he's hanging in there. My mom, she's doing okay too. She have her days with dementia, but she's hanging in there. And a lot of people were like, it seemed like I was having a lot of pressure trying to decide on what to do. But my mom, they like, how are you gonna do this? You dealing with stuff, and I give everything to God. And I know things will work out. And we have our days. We all have our days. But I always say God is not gonna put no more on us than we can bear. And that's what I had to tell myself. Do what I'm able to do. I can't worry about what I can't do. I thank God that what He have gave me the strength to do. You know what I'm saying? Okay, number 4, illness or injury or surgery. Even a common cold can trigger a flare up as our bodies are trying to fight out bacteria and viral invaders or heal an injury or surgical procedure. And that's true. We have these colds and stuff, especially if you mess around and catch pneumonia or the I mean, it seemed like everything on me was aching. And they said when you have the flu, you hurt like that. Your body be hurting. And ooh, I don't want to wish that on nobody. Not having the flu. Cause that when I caught the flu, I ain't know what I caught the flu. And that what my doctor told me. Your body go through that. Your body ache when you go through pneumonia, when you have the flu. I never had COVID, so but a lot of people said the flu is kind of like having a COVID. I thank God I didn't have, but I know a lot of people say they have had twice. My husband had it one time. My grandkids had. I never did catch the COVID, but I did catch the flu. And my daughter, and ooh, they was laying around talking about how they body was feeling. So when you go through these different type of things, it does mess with you, mess with your joints and stuff. On the beginning of menstrual, the body hurt of those menstrual cramps. Woo, Lord. In my younger, yet when I was younger, I know how them cramping days was. Those menstrual cramps. Ooh, I hated those things. I hated I hated going through those menstrual cycles. But I'm at the age now. I'm in menopause now, so I don't really deal with those type of pain. Not the menstrual cramps, but they ain't no fun. I used to be have to pop them on. They was giving you for cramps. And when you go out through menstrual cycle and menstrual cramp, you have your body hurting too. So these are some of the things with flare up fibromyalgia. So I don't have to worry about the menstrual cramps. Thank God. Um, so they say temperature. It don't bother me too much, but that cold, it really puts some triggers on me. Sensitivity to extreme hot or cold weather, even short-term exposure to uncomfortable temps can trigger a flare-up. Like, like in the summertime when they have the air conditioner on, the air conditioner be real cold. It caused my body to ache because I'm real sensitive to cold. Number 7, finding a sleep routine that works for you can be challenging as pain and comrade insomnia prevent necessary restorative sleep. I have had some restless nights, but sometimes I had to take my medication to make me rest. I had to take stuff for nerve pain. Cause that's my fibromyalgia deal with nerve pain. That's basically what it feel like. My legs be burning, my hands. I have pain in my shoulder, back, hip. It's just like when you have fibromyalgia be in different parts of your body. So right here, number 8, treatment changes. Changes of your medication treatment protocols can bring about flare-ups while your body adjusts. And all of a sudden, your medicine change. Uh, if you start getting fixed, it's normal for some medication to call different types of side effects. But if you get side effects out of the thing that you see different going on with your body, I always say, um, let's see, number 9, traveling. Disruption of daily routine, changes in climate or elevation, travel delays, stress, and crowded airports are all triggers. Yeah, because I know that I got ready to go on that cruise. Ooh, Lord. I managed. I managed. It was kind of rough, but I did manage. Ooh, it was a lot of walking. But when I got to the airport to get ready to board on the boat, we even let you walk all the way down. I was glad to get that ride. I was glad to get that ride, but it was okay. I had my knees and stuff all wrapped up, because like I said, those were some of the areas I have pain at. My knees, my back, crew, but honey, I had got uncomfortable for a couple of days, but I got all right. I got all right. It was my birthday. It was my 55th birthday, and I wanted to enjoy. Sensitivities, allergies, sensitive to bright light, loud noises, and orders, or MCS can trigger a flare up. Okay, I didn't know that. So these are some of the 10 common flare ups for fibromyalgia. Hey, Sirius, how you doing? Good to see you. You said that's great. Your parents are hanging in there. My mom as well. Give it to God, and that's what I do. Sassy, how you doing, Sirius? How your day going? I'm just sharing about fibromyalgia. This is part of my awareness for this month. May is Women Health Awareness Month. I have been sharing things from mental health to fibromyalgia last year, but I have been dealing with chronic pain for years, and they really just narrowed it down about what I be experiencing. So I go to a pain center. I'm supposed to go every week. I've been going every week. Now they want me to come every 2 weeks. I have to go get shots. They give me medication because it's not curable. Only thing they do is um, help me be comfortable. So your day going good? That's great. Mine's going good. Still, I'm about my swelling that went down on my hand. I just got a little bit more soreness, but compared to how it was, I thank God for His grace and mercy. But I was just talking about fibromyalgia. This right here deal with your nerves. It's deal with chronic pain and things like that. And I've been dealing with this for years. I have those days where I have my flare up days. I be in a lot of pain. I don't come on here and probably just tell y'all, but I deal with it. I just, when I talk about it, I share it through education wise. I don't ask for no sympathy. I try to fight through it. I try to give it to God, and I tell Him, look, just continue to give me the strength. I try to use what I go through as my own motivation, and I try to use it to help others. You see what I'm saying? I share the information on my channel, but I'm not here to diagnose anyone. Anytime you're going through any of these things, please consult your doctors, okay? Let them know if you need anything. I'm sharing from real life journeys. And curable. I was so bad I could hardly put my feet down. That's why I said I done came a long way, but I still struggle with it. And when I be in pain like that, I don't even want to be touched. When I went to the pain center a couple of weeks ago, ago, I was just like that. And they was asking me what was my pain level. There are those things like pain. That's why I try not to be stressing. But it's the weather change. I can't control the weather. Only thing it is that if I feel like it cold, I'm gonna try to put on enough clothes to keep myself warm, cover those junks up. And I try not to stress because stress will trigger a lot. People don't realize what stress does to our body, but stress you. Y'all, I be saying, Lord have mercy. And I think that's a good name to call. I don't know about nobody else, but I call on his name a whole day. I think I can sing a song by calling his name every day. He's worthy to be called. Hey y'all, I'm here, but right here I'm just sharing like just different things about fibromyalgia. A lot of people didn't know what it was. They probably heard of it, but they didn't know the impact that it does have on people's lives. And I'm living with it. It's been challenging, but I thank God that I might not be where I used to be, but I have came a long way. I have came a long way with it. It's manageable. It's treatable, but it's not curable. So right here is just talking about treatments. Treatment consists of self-care and therapy. With fibromyalgia, a mix of treatment often work best. Medicine may be prescribed to ease pain and improve sleep. Physical therapy and counseling also can reduce pain and boost quality of life. Lifestyle changes are important too. It's the key to eat healthy, get regular exercise, and get quality of sleep. Like I said, I do have my struggles in some areas, but I know I keep praying for better days, and there have been some better days, and there have been those days where I'm like, Lord, I can't do this, but I don't give up. That's one thing. Anybody that's dealing with fibromyalgia, any type of disorder or auto disease, anything like that, don't give up. There's a lot of people out here dealing with it. They might not speak on it or they might not share it. I just use mine as my own motivation. That's what I use mine to keep myself motivated, to keep myself encouraged. And I bring it to my channel to try to encourage others to let them know that you're not alone out here. There's a lot of people dealing with fibromyalgia, and it's mostly common in women. And I hope that when I share this, I hope, I know a lot of people probably think this is not interesting, but anytime you share anything about your body, this is me. I like knowing things about what's going on with my body. If the doctor diagnosed me with something, I get it from them, and then I try to educate it myself to be knowing more and more about it. It's good to know about what's going on with your body. It's good to be want to know what's going on with your body. Because everybody's body is different. We have to know. Sometimes when you cramp, you want to know what that cramping comes from. 9 times out of 10, if you're having a period, you're gonna cramp. But after you get a certain age, after up in the 40s, you start going through menopause. Going through menopause, your body start going through changes. As you get older, your body go through different changes. So it's a lot I have learned about my body, and I try to keep myself educated more and more about it. So that's why I use my platform for that. Whether I'm sharing awareness, I'm doing meal preps. I talk about recent up to date news. And shout out to my boy for winning American Idol. Woo woo! I'm so glad he won. Jamal Robinson, the new American Idol. I was woo. When they called his name last night, I was just hollering. I was like, woo! So right here is the 7 types. I'm reading right now. The 7 types are for fibromyalgia pain, and it be feeling like some pain feel like it be dull. Right here they say it feel like a knife in a voodoo doll. I don't know how that feel, but I guess they just use that for example. It be just like somebody be sticking you for real, and then hyperalgesia, whatever that means, allothenia, paratheresia, randomly raving pain, sparkle burns, radical nerves. I deal with the radical nerves, like pain just be everywhere sometimes. Then I deal with the paresthesia. That's mean it be burning. My legs be burning. Be like it. I don't know if anybody know how the joints and legs burn. It feel like they be on fire. Those be those nerves. That's those nerves. But yeah, that's what I was sharing with y'all today about fibromyalgia. Hey, everybody. And I hope this information was helpful to someone. Just know that you're not alone out here. You're not alone out here if you're dealing with fibromyalgia, any type of triggers or any type of illness, anything when it come down to your body. Just know there are millions of people out here that is dealing with some of the same thing. We have to keep fighting. We have to keep fighting and pray for better days. Like I said, I have had some worse days, but I know without God being by my side, I know I wouldn't have made it. I knew I wouldn't have made it because I had to keep trusting Him and keep praying for better days. So how's everybody day going? Anybody want to ask anything about fibromyalgia? I know a lot of people probably heard of it, but they wasn't aware how fibromyalgia does affect you. It affect you mentally and physically. It's not fun to be walking around having pain. Like when I go on vacation and things like that, I be trying to follow the old kid. They be like, Mama, you know how you be feeling, but I be still trying to hang with them, because I still want to live and I still want to live and have fun too. I mean, I have my limits on things, but I still got to live. And that's for anybody that's going through any type of illness or any type of disorder. Still live your life. Don't let it define who you are. And that's what I had to say. I can't let what I go through define who I am. Only thing I got to do is keep pushing forward, keep asking God for his strength. Okay. I'm trying to see what Frank said. But yeah. Oh, that Frank. Though it's not a cure for it. They say it's treatable, but it's not a cure for it. You know, they have stuff going on daily, like cancer. They keep saying cancer is not a cure for cancer, but it's treatable. So fibromyalgia is not curable. It just only thing is do is just they give me treatments. I get I go to a pain center. I've been going to, I go to a pain center weekly. Now they want me to come every 2 weeks. I told them those copays add up. But if I don't really go get my treatment, I flare up. I flare up a lot. I mean, the other week my knee had to swell. I think I told y'all my knee had to swell back up. My knee been swelling back and forth, because it coming from that nerve from my back. And so I have nerve pain. It's not where it can be, it's not surgery won't help me. And then I'm not going to let them mess around with my nerves. I mean, I thank God I'm able to do some of the things that I'm doing, but I don't want them to be messing around with my nerve in my back because I don't want to be where I can't walk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I have my days where these legs do give out, but I can walk. I be hopping, but I can walk. So I just have to keep trusting God, that praying for more better days. But I have came a mighty, mighty long way, y'all. And this fibromyalgia, it's depressing. What I've been going through the past 8 years, it took me down that road, but I didn't stay there. I say I have a reason to keep living. I might not can't do some of the things I used to can do, but I can't worry about it. I don't worry about it. I just live with and thank God for his grace and mercy. I'm glad I don't have to do a lot of, okay, let me see what you say. I'm glad I don't have to do a lot of, because I would. You glad? Oh, talk about copay. Yeah, I know you is, honey. Them things be adding up. They be adding up. But I had to go to a lot of them in order for my body to get the treatments. But they got want me coming every 2 weeks. I got to go every 2 weeks now. Yep, it's a lot. It's a lot. Okay, I'm trying to read something. And this right here is mostly common in women. It's mostly common in women. Men do deal with fibromyalgia, but it's mostly common in women. So I don't like to be in pain. I do not like to be in pain. I don't. They just gave me another some more medicine for inflammation the other day. That's why I be trying to watch what I eat, because a lot of food causes inflammation and stuff like that. But I struggle sometimes when it come down to that. But I'm just finding some right here. So this basically what I try to do, just share things that I think be helpful for me and to others. So how y'all day been today? How y'all day been? Yeah, I was reading that about Joe Biden. I still call him President Biden. Wow. I'm gonna be praying for him. They's talking like he got like um the severe, he had the severe kind of prostate. I think I had shared, I'll probably talk about some of that next month. Or men is June is men health month. So I'll be sharing some things about men. Um wow. And they were saying Joe Biden must already had that going on. Sometimes you don't get those signs of things going on with you until you probably go to your checkup. But I'm just telling anybody, if you notice anything out of the ordinary, if you everybody in the chat should know their body, right? You know your body, Sears, Frank, whoever else in the chat. Do y'all know y'all body? Do you know when you're how your body react to stuff, right? Everybody in the chat know how their body is, right? You know when your body go through changes and when they go through different things, and when your body go through something just out of the ordinary, you start having pain all of a sudden, and you ain't been having pain. Get it checked out. Don't hesitate to see what's going on. You know how sometimes we brush stuff off. Like my husband was having chest pain the other night. He told me the other day, he said, I'm glad I went on to the doctor. I said, I'm glad you went on to the doctor too. Because my husband didn't even want to go, y'all. He was sitting up here having shortness of breath. And I was telling him, God, he was getting me upset because I was worried about him. And he like, I'm all right. You ain't got to call the ambulance. I went on to call the ambulance, but he didn't want me to. He didn't want me to, but I did. So let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Okay. I'm sorry you're going through the type of. Yeah, I deal with it. I don't come on and speak on it unless I'm sharing commentary about it, but I don't let it define me. And Frank been following me for a while. He know what I've been dealing with. He know I go to the doctor a lot. Y'all know sometimes when you don't see me, something going on. You know, I try to take what I go through and use it to help others. You know, you probably. Oh, to my Joe Biden. I'm sure he probably had it and it was undiagnosed. He just kept. You know what? You know when they kept saying he was going through something. Sometimes you get those early signs of stuff. Like when I found out I had thyroid cancer, I already knew I was having thyroid issues. So they said he was having symptoms with using, I guess using the bathroom. And see that what prostate it deals with when men have to go a lot. Cause my dad was saying, cause my dad got prostate cancer, but he's doing okay. He taking like a pill. He have to go get a pill. But for how they say about Joe Biden, his thing is very severe. Like I said, he probably was dealing with it all the while. Like you said, he just hadn't shared, and a lot of people don't share those type of things. They don't speak on it. A lot of people just try to deal with it on their own, or they just keep it among family. But yeah, I don't worry about my dad, but he's doing okay. He's a fighter. He had to go back a few weeks ago. I'm gonna man, when I get out this live, I'm gonna call him. He's taking medication. He didn't have to have no type of surgery or anything. So taking treatment through pills. So I don't think Hill's not at bad as they was talking about Joe Biden, but at one particular time my dad was going through it. That was when I was mentally it was bothering me, but I had to just it was just like it was affecting me mentally because of the fact that I know what he was dealing with. Because he's dealing with two types of cancer. My dad dealing with kidney and prostate, but he doing well to be expected. He really is. But it's a lot, y'all. That's why I say, if you ain't on any type of medication, if you ain't going through any no, he is not that aggressive. Yeah, like no. If you ain't going through a lot when it comes down to your health, it's great. That is so great for you. But if you are, just take care of yourself. And that's what we got to do out here. We got to take care of ourselves. So what they were saying about fibromyalgia, they said with fibromyalgia, mixer treatment often work best. Medicine might be prescribed to ease the pain and improve sleep. Physical therapy and counseling also can reduce pain and boost quality of life. Lifestyle changes are important. It is key to eat healthy, get regular exercise, and a good night's sleep. Self-care, I'm all about talking about self-care all the time. Therapies, that helps. Medication help with fibromyalgia, but it's just not a cure for it. It's just either they say it's either hereditary or it's just something in your genes. Yeah. So I deal with pain from my back, my hip, my shoulder, my knee. It basically on my left side. That's why I said, ooh, when that bee stung, I said, Lord, I already got enough stuff going on. Then my husband said, Lord, you don't need to be. He said, I was on that line, but you don't need to be going through that there. And one thing I can say about my husband, he have been with me. He have been by my side through it all, you know. He see what I go through. You know how most men don't, you know, but he's been there. He's stuck with me. He with me. You know what I'm saying? So, cause you know he know we know he. That's why I be trying to tell him. I said, "Nah, we can't both be out here, but we can't breathe." Cause he didn't want to go to the doctor that day, but he went on. I'm glad he did. But he ended up like he had been eating right, and I heard him and I just coughing. And I was like, "What's wrong with you? You have coffee." He was talking about, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. That scared me. I normally, if I had been like I used to be, I would probably went on a panic attack. But that's why I started got stronger mentally and physically. But I was getting there though. I had started breathing funny because I was trying to figure out what was going on with him. And my daughter like, Lord, I don't need both of y'all being in the ambulance. So, but he went on. He glad he did. He got a cold, and I think they were saying when he was eating, they think that food got caught up. Cause it was just like he was breathing funny. They said he was wheezing his right side of his lung. They can tell that he was breathing funny. So after they gave him some oxygen, he started feeling better. But it scared him though, even though he didn't want to go, y'all. I kept saying, man, you gotta leave, yo. Shoot, it's too much going on not to see about yourself. So that's basically what I was sharing today about fibromyalgia. Like I said, this month is winding down. Next month I'll be sharing some things about men health. June is men health month, and I hope like I said, I know I probably don't get. Sometimes I get feedback from the live, and sometimes I don't. It just all depends on what people want to hear. But I do appreciate the ones that do take the time out to come in and support me during these live stream when I do share about wellness. Like I said, I never tell anybody that I diagnose you or tell anybody what to do about their bodies. You know your body. You know what's best for you. Only thing I do is try to keep myself encouraged and try to encourage others. So, but a lot of people does share awareness, whether they share information. Like I said, I have awareness shirts. Anybody want anything made? I have mental health shirts. I have autism shirts. I have breast cancer. I had made another one. I gotta do the fibromyalgia. I had did one for my 6 year thyroid cancer anniversary. I said I was gonna make another one. What else I got? Mental health. I do Juneteenth shirt. I do a lot of different types of designs in my online spread shop. It's connected to my store. If you want to check that out, you can. And I do want to shout out my members, the ones that did come in early. I do appreciate y'all so much. Did y'all see American Idol last night? Ooh, my guy won, y'all. My guy won. He really did. I was so glad. I said that boy hadn't won. Ooh, it probably would have been a riot. No, but he had been good every show though. So these flowers of everybody that tuned in today. Let me see. I will be sharing some more wellness because this is what I do. And, but those flowers are for everyone that tune in. I saw Miss Lady T in here. It was good to see Miss Lady T, one of my Dream Team sisters. So what everybody been doing today? If y'all still in the chat, what everybody been doing? Frank, I did see your short earlier. You was talking to you did a short, you had put out a message. I had seen Miss Key. I had shared a lot of my members' videos on my community wall. And shout out to Siri. She doesn't have a channel, but I do thank her for always supporting and leaving positive messages and keeping the channel going pretty good. I thank God for that. Let's see so right quick. Mm. So I guess a lot of people, I don't know who going live next, but I did want to share that with y'all today. I just want people to know, that it's nothing to be ashamed of if you're going through any type of chronic illnesses or, sometimes you can't really talk about it, about some of the things you go through, because that's your choice. But just know that you're not alone out here. So I'm fixing to just read some encouraging words or affirmation for someone that's dealing with fibromyalgia. Hey, Joshua, how are you doing, sweetie? Of course, of course. I'm gonna shout my members out. Anybody, that I have always done that. Even though you don't have a channel, but I'm gonna always recognize you for being who you are. And I try to put the members, I let everybody know that I appreciate y'all. I don't know how other people do on their channels, but I do want my members to know that because y'all join my membership, giving me your 99 cents or whatever you choose. You could have kept it for yourself, but you choose to support me, and I appreciate it. I really do. Joshua, how you been doing? I see you've been sharing a lot of pictures. I've been talking about fibromyalgia today, and if you want to, I'm just going to do a recap of what is fibromyalgia. Because a lot of people don't know what it is, and I was just sharing some different flare-ups and things like that. What causes the flare-up? Fibromyalgia is a long-term condition that involves widespread body pain and tiredness. It deals with pain and fatigue. Fibromyalgia is a common is fibromyalgia is more common in women than men. It can come from family history, also a risk factor. That means it can come from it can be hereditary. Like my mom, she deal with pain, and I said, because she died. My mom can't walk. I don't want to. I get emotional, but I'm good. And I said, I believe she passed everything off to me. So I told my kids, I said, I think I'm gonna be like my mama. But my mama was, she used to walk, but as she got older, her legs and everything started, going through. I'm going through some of the same thing my mom went through, and yeah, I don't want to get emotional, y'all. I don't want to get too emotional. But I thank God she here. Well, my mom used to walk and do all that stuff, but she got up in age, and now she be in pain. She deal with pain because she's is what she going through is not treatable. Not well, it's treatable, but she's at the age now. We just make her comfortable. That's it. And I believe I done caught. I'm going through what she's been going through, and I think the older I get, my body gonna go through those things. But I'm gonna keep on praying that I'm gonna fight through it. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep on fighting through it, y'all. Um, Fibromyalgia is more common in women than in men. Family history also a risk factor. A person may be more likely to get fibromyalgia if a parent or a sibling has it. Some other medical condition raise the risk of fibromyalgia. Two, these includes osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, and lupus. Because I have osteoarthritis because it's dealing with my spine, my hip, my shoulder. Yeah. When I talk about my mom and stuff, I do get a little emotion, but I ask God to continue to make me stronger. That's it. But I'm okay though. I just was having one of those moments. That's it. Um, but I try to I try to fight through it, y'all. I'm a fighter. One thing y'all will know about me, I am a fighter. And I'm a bag of water too. I'm drinking on some tea and lemon. I am a bag of water too now. I'm human. But I have came a long way, y'all. I have came a long way. And my channel, it seems like my channel is like an opening for me. I can come on and, whether I have people in here or not, I said, it's just something for me to share. It's just what I like to do. When I'm able to do it, I do it. You know, uh, People tune in if they like to hear this kind of stuff, or they won't. It's just as simple as that. I can't change for nobody. I I thought at one particular time I was gonna have to have my channel to be drama or talk about people to get people in my chat, or I said no, it ain't gonna take all that. I mean, hey, top bottom. I said, I'm not going to change for no one. I'm not going to change for people to come to my channel, whether they support me or not. Everybody have different things to offer. I'm just going to be me. How you been doing? You been doing okay? Happy Monday. Happy New Week. Happy New Week. I'm just talking about fibromyalgia. Have you ever heard of that? And I'll just share. I share from things that I deal with in real life, and I try to use it as advocacy, awareness, trying to help others. You been good? That's great. That's great. You had a good weekend? And I was just sharing about fibromyalgia. A lot of people didn't know that it's a long-term condition that involves pain, because I deal with that. It's chronic pain. It's something that is treatable, but it's not curable. Oh yeah, you did tell me that. So you didn't heard about some of the stuff I've been talking about, right? Yeah, I'm telling you, it can be depressing at times, but I just ask God to make me stronger. I be in pain sometimes sitting up here on my live, but I just don't speak on it. I deal with it, but if I get where y'all know when the time for me to get up, I get to moving and I be like, yeah, it's time to go now. I deal with it. I take my medication. Sometimes my medication make me comfortable. Um, that's what they say. I deal with chronic pain. That's what it is. It'll affect like it'll affect my left side of my body because I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer. And after then my body just it haven't been the same since. It haven't been the same, but I'm here. I thank God. You gotta. I thank God for His grace and mercy. I try not to complain. I just try to say, God, keep keep blessing me, keep giving me the strength, and I try to use my platform as a place where I can share things. And then if anybody want to share about it, if they're going through anything, I try to use it for people to share about how they live with some of these challenges and what are they doing to what they do to help them throughout the day. So that's basically what I do over here. I do meal preps. I like to have fun. I crack a joke, and sometimes you have to laugh sometimes to keep from crying, y'all. It's just so much going on out in the world right now. And if you sit here and if you really just sit back and think, it's a lot going on out here in this world. People are leaving here every day. They're dealing with stuff. I just take one day at a time. Don't take nothing for granted. Don't take nothing for granted. So what y'all been doing today? What y'all been doing today? Y'all been working on y'all channels? But yeah, that's what I wanted to share with y'all what fibromyalgia was, and um anybody that's going through it, just know that you're not alone. There's treatments that like from medication. 'Cause I go to a pain center. I either get injections or they give me medication. They give me like exercise and different things I can do, like stretches and things I be doing when I first get out my bed, because my mobility on my left side is very weak. I have to sometimes I depend on a cane, and I can walk, but I get off balance. I be off balance a lot, so I use it. I bring it with me just in case I fall, because I have fell a lot, a couple times, and that's how I got this knee. That's what happened to this knee, really. And my knee ain't been the same. It been like this for the past 2 years because I fell. I fell over my grandson's bicycle. I was trying to step over his bicycle, and I messed around, and I don't know why. I don't know what made me want to go that way. And ever since then, my knee ain't been the same. It ain't been the same. It just, and then they told me it's arthritis in it too. And it been like that for the past 2 years. I just been getting treatments. Yeah. You been watching videos today? Okay. I know I seen some of the stuff you put out. You were sharing some good messages and things like that. Y'all make sure y'all support one another. Check out each other videos that y'all done did today. Um, but but yeah, I was just sharing some information about that. This month is winding down, y'all. We got what, after this week? We got one more week. Yes, welcome in everybody. And like I said, if anybody dealing with fibromyalgia, any type of autoimmune disease, just know that you're not alone. Just keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep the faith. Thank you, Fugal Mom, for welcoming people. She's one of my new gifted members. Appreciate you. Y'all make sure y'all check her out. She starts you off with the she start us off in the morning time, whether she start off with a nice conversation. She does her stretches. She be over there modeling with them cute little outfits. Go girl. Like that song said, if you got it, you got it. Show it. You look pretty good. You stay in shape, girl. I had to give it to you. You encourage, look, you inspire, you do inspire others and me. I'm trying, but you do a good job over there. And y'all make sure y'all check her out. We got Frank in here. Oh, oh, be careful. Oh, okay. We got Frank. He shared he be sharing like some messages in on his videos, positive messages. He also do updates on his sports. How long I been on? About an hour. By the time me to get off. Yep. But I just wanted to put out this wellness about the and we also have top bottom in here. What did y'all do today? You worked on your channel today? Yeah, Frank, you be telling the truth about your when you be putting out your message. Always speak your truth, Frank. Speak your truth. Don't let nobody stop you from speaking your truth. I'm just trying to see what all y'all been doing. I tried to stream while making the shampoo bars, but was having equipment issues. Oh, okay. I understand that. Cause mine, I don't know what was going on at first. Seemed like I was trying to, mine was going in a lot earlier. I don't know if it was my computer or the internet. It was one on, but I was able to stay on. What you was trying to go through YouTube or so that what you mostly do? You do a lot of products. Y'all make sure y'all check out. They do a lot of self care products over there, like shampoo, skin care, things like that. Okay. So did you try to go through StreamYard or What was you trying to go through? I was just looking at your you say y'all gonna do game night. I see y'all do game nights. Okay. I'm just looking at your video or your playlist, top bottom. Okay. Y'all do a lot of trivia games. Okay. Your lab equipment. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully you'll get it right. Yeah, those kids be having stuff. That's why I said y'all better get this stuff out of the floor. Y'all know I barely be cause his leg here. Whew, I tripped right over that boy bicycle and knee. Like it ain't been the same since then. But then when they did X-ray, it wasn't no. It showed authorizing and stuff in it. So it just and then I be having nerve pain. That's why I deal with fibromyalgia. I just take one day at a time. Try not to complain too much, and I just try to deal with it. Yeah, yeah. This happened 2 years ago. That boy had that bicycle in the yard. I said, y'all know I can't hardly pick up this leg like I want. And I try to step over the bicycle. And I hit that ground so hard. Woo, and it ain't been the same, but it's not operable. It's just like that nerve in it. But they keep telling me it's coming from my back. That disc in my back, that nerve in my back, caused all the problems. So I do, Frank. I do. And there's some things I probably even share with y'all, but I share things like this because I do commentary on it. I just ask God for strength. That's it. You look at me, you think I'm not going through anything, but I am. I just don't let it define me, you know? I just don't let it change who I am. I just keep myself posed and keep praying for better days. But I have came a mighty long way. I don't think I can tell y'all. I done came a mighty long way. My husband just came through him, and he can tell you I have came a mighty long way. Yep. And I use my channel as an opening if I feel like just coming on talking and sharing about things. You know, that's what I do. Yeah. And it's a YouTube, social media know some things. What I tell them, there's some things you just have to keep to yourself, you know. But there's nothing like that. But I'm just saying, cause I mostly talk about health and things that I have went through over here. You know, that's basically what I do. If I ain't trying to cook or share some inspiration or probably do some unboxing or something like that. Other than that, I don't have nothing negative to say about no other YouTube creator. I don't do that. I wish everybody well. I do. I hope everybody make it. You know, I don't do that. I mean, I might not. You might not deal with me, or you might not come over here, but I don't have a problem with nobody. I'm content. I'm fine. I'm fine. I go with what I got and keep it going. Yep. But yeah. Because I go through a lot, I just don't speak on it. I feel you. I feel you, Frank. We all go through something, you know. Sometimes, you know, you have to pray about it, deal with it, and you know, sometimes speaking on it does encourage others to be able to, you know, you encourage others. And when I talk about some of the things that I go through, because I know people are dealing with fibromyalgia. I know people are going through having menopause and been through menopause and stuff like that. You know, I just try to share things that I know that people are dealing with, you know. Yeah. Chronic pain and arthritis and people dealing with high blood pressure and diabetes, lupus. You know, people are dealing with those things and, you know, they have to find a way to continue to keep living. You know, one thing I would tell a person, just keep on living. Keep on living, keep praying, keep asking God for strength. Uh, yeah, I get depressed about certain things, and but I be okay. I don't. The one thing about me, I don't envy no one. I try to ask God for strength. That is my daily prayer every day. God continue to strengthen me. And I always say he would not put no more on me than I can bear. If I feel like my burden is heavy, if I feel like I got a lot on my shoulder, I know I gotta let go. When you feel like you got a heavy load, you have to let it go. Like I be talking about stress, how stress do us. Stress will kill us. Stress will take a toll on our minds and body. It really will. So I just try to keep myself encouraged, and I try to encourage others to just tell them better days are coming. Like I said, I know God has brought me a mighty long way. I know that God has. Even before I even got on social media, I went through things, and I always say, I go through things, but I look at there's somebody out there going through worse things than I am. You see what I'm saying? So that's what keep me. That's what motivate me to keep going. Cause there's somebody out there can't do what I'm doing, can't do what some of y'all are doing. So we have to thank God for what we are able to do. I can't worry about what I can't do. But we're human, guys. We are human. We are human. I guess everybody's still talking about that. Well, I guess that case gonna be going on for a while, ain't it? That I ain't looked at nothing today, but that Diddy case, it probably gonna be on for the rest of this month, ain't it? I heard they said it gonna last by 8 weeks. Wow. Boy. Like they said, we grow through what we go through. But I do want to thank the ones that gave me a thumbs up on this live. I do appreciate y'all so much. So no one in the chat experienced fibromyalgia. It getting worse. Oh, okay. Yeah, I believe that. There's a lot of invisible illness out here. A lot of people don't even know what that means. A lot of people dealing with stuff in silence, but they don't speak on it, but they're dealing with it. So to the ones that are dealing with things in silence, going through things that are hurtful, either physical or mental, keep hanging in there. I follow. Oh yeah, she was talking. She be talking. I looked at her show one. She be talking so fast. She be talking so fast though, because she be at the courthouse, but she was talking so fast. I was looking at her one day. She be going. I just happened to her channel just happened to. I don't know how it came up on my time, and I'm like, okay, let me see what she say. There's a lot of those YouTube creators doing commentary on it. Just looking at something right quick. So did you try to do your thing again? Top. Did you try using your machine again? She be breaking it down. Yeah, I saw that. There's a lot of people call themselves be writing down notes and stuff. She has HD for real. She be talking. She be talking fast, hon. Hey, living for Jesus, how you doing? Good to see you. How you and the girls? You know I gotta ask about my girls. How them girls doing? They doing all right? Yeah, this week here, I think this is the last week for the kids. Y'all kids, they got out for the summer yet? I'm over here talking about fibromyalgia. I was just saying I was diagnosed with it and how it can be at times with pain and dealing with pain. But I try not to let it define who I am. I try to ask God for continue with strength and continue to live one day at a time. Okay. Yeah, I was asking Living for Jesus about her girls. They get out. Oh, they got out this week. Oh, this day last week. Oh, your children grown. Okay. Yeah, my grandkids get out this week too. Woo, child. They're gonna be ready to eat a house out of home. I'm like, y'all need to go back to school. They're gonna be out for the summer. They want to eat and drink all summer. I'm like, y'all need a job. Okay. You just old and tired. No, you're not, girl. No, you're not. No, you're not. You young, girl. You young. But yeah, I was just talking about fibromyalgia and things what trigger the pain and things like that, and stress play a lot of part. That's why I try not. I tell you, it ain't hard for me not to stress, but I try not to stress. I know stress affect a lot. It causes flare ups. It causes pain flare ups. You said my autistic daughter is going to go to summer school. Okay, that's good. That's great. That is so good. Yeah, have them doing something during the summer. Okay. So they said fibromyalgia is commonly in women. I tell y'all, Frank, I know you don't want to hear that, but men go through stuff too, but women, I think we go through the most, y'all. Frank said he don't want to hear that. I already Frank probably said men go through a lot too, but we women go through a lot. We have them babies. We have to carry them babies for all those months. And then we got to turn around and deal with that postpartum depression. And then, we deal with pain and all, men go through stuff too. I'm not going to say men don't, but women go through a lot. Go through a lot. We really do. They need a job. I know that right, Frank. Ooh, I told my daughter she better rack up on them children some noodles. They need to be drinking some water. They don't need to be trying to, I be trying to tell them all them sodas and all that stuff they want to eat during the summer. Ain't nobody gonna be running to no store now. Y'all gonna eat some peanut butter sandwiches, bologna sandwiches, pizza. Oh Lordy. That's why when they was out when that pandemic was going on, y'all. Ooh, I was so glad when them children went back to school. Every time I look around, they were hungry. They stayed wanting something to eat. I'm like, what? And they weren't getting no free lunches. I think at one time when the pandemic was going on, the schools started giving out free lunches. And then those kids, my grandma, y'all folks don't be getting up there. Somebody, it don't ever be but an apple. And what else they had? This is that food at school be so. My granddaughter knows she be talking about that food. I said, well, and then they talking about Trump wanting to get virtual bike. Let them tell them stay at school. I mean, long as they're not in no type of danger. But yeah, they get out Friday. See, yeah, they get out Friday. That's when they get out. Yep. I know when I got out for the summer, I think I got a summer job at 15 or 16. Some kids can start working at 15 though. They starting to get they learn a license at 15 and 16. So yeah. So I told my granddaughter, she graduated next year. Somebody, who gonna pay for my class? Who gonna pay for my class, dude? I said, you working. Somebody, who paying for my senior dues? I said, you working, ain't you? Oh, hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Good to see you. Yeah, I did too, Frank. I remember my first little summer job. I think I was working like at the school. You know how they had children after school? And I would like help clean the bathrooms and stuff like that. You know, I think it was going by your income though. Kenneth, how you been doing? I'm talking about fibromyalgia awareness, and I was just sharing what fibromyalgia is. It's like a long-term condition dealing with pain, and I was just telling everybody that's what I was diagnosed with, and it can be very challenging living with it because you be in pain. Y'all see, I get to moving a lot. I have to stretch my legs out and stuff like that. It's just like what I go through is chronic, and I have to ice my joints, and I take medication. I get injections and stuff like that. But I don't let some of the stuff I go through define who I am. I just ask God to continue to keep strengthening me every day, continue to bless me, and for anybody that's going through anything you're going through, just keep the faith and keep praying, and everything will work out. That's good. And my worst days are those cold days. My body can't take no cold. Even if they have the air on in the house, I'd be like, I have to get me a blanket or put on me some clothes. I can't stand to be cold. When I be cold, it make me hurt. So, yeah. They were like, Mama, you cold? I said, no, my legs hurt. My joints hurt when I be, and then when it be raining weather, I ate. Yeah. So anybody that's going through anything, just know that you're not alone. And there are people you can talk to. They do have support groups and things like that. People that also deal with fibromyalgia and other type of health issues. There are places you can talk to people, 1-800 numbers, things like that. Anybody that's going through mental health and want to talk to somebody, just want to just have somebody to talk to. Like they said, treatment for fibromyalgia can be challenging as there's no one size fit all approach. The primary goal of treatment is to manage symptoms, improve overall functioning, and enhance the quality of life. A combination of medication, therapy, lifestyle changes, and alternative treatment is often recommended. Here are some, these are some of the things I did talk about in the live. Here are some common treatments options for fibromyalgia. Medication, physical therapy, and chronic fibromyalgia. These factors amplify pain perception and contribute to central sensitization increases pain sensitivity. It is important to note that fibromyalgia is a complex, multifactorial condition and specific cause of combinations of factors may vary from one individual to another. Ongoing research is being conducted to understand the underlying mechanics of fibromyalgia better and develop more target treatments for those affected by the condition. They really don't know how did this come about. Like I said, it either be genetics or it can be hereditary, but they really don't know what is the really cause of fibromyalgia. It's like it's pain. It's pain. That's what it is. Uh, cleaning the home. Cleaning the home could be. Yeah. Yep. That's gonna be their job, their chores. That's good, Kenny. That is so good. But yeah, that's what I was basically sharing today about fibromyalgia and the common cause of it. I shared some things that trigger it. I also shared some things that probably you can do to help you along the way if you're dealing with it. I try to stay calm as much as I can, but I'm human. I am human, so it's just those one of those things. Hormonal imbalance. The people with fibromyalgia often have lower levels of certain, such as these chemical plays a crucial role in regulating mood, sleep, and pain perception. Imbalance in these may contribute to the develop of fibromyalgia symptoms. There are different causes and things, but everybody's body is different. Everybody go through different types of pain, but it ain't no joke. That's all I can tell you. Cause when I do have those flare ups, it bothers me. Sometimes I take me a nice soaking bath. I still use. How many people in the chat use Epsom salt? Sometimes I soak with that. I put some Epsom salt in my water. That helps with pain. Some. I like to take relaxing baths with it. It helps out. So anyway, y'all make sure y'all check everybody out. Everybody that was in the chat today, Frank, G Life. We had top, bottom. We had Frugal Mama. Who else we had? Miss Allen, but for G Life. I think it's actually, it seemed like I done froze. And I thought I had them froze up, y'all. But yeah, I was just saying, make sure we check out everybody's. Let's continue to support because I'm finna go on to wrap this up. But I do thank everybody for tuning in. I'll be sharing wellness all week, awareness all week. Like I said, this is Women's Health Month, so I will be sharing different things. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I told you I think the internet was acting up a little bit, but I do want to thank everybody that did come over, and I hope everybody have a good week. All right, you guys. Yeah, I saw that I had freezed up. These roses up for everybody. Like I said, When you over here with me, I believe in giving you your flowers. Y'all have a good week. Thank y'all for joining. Shout out to my members. I have my channel members. Thank y'all. Shout out to my moderators. Shout out to everybody that did come in today. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I don't know who fixing to go live next. I know Miss Key normally go live. She working on her hours. Look like Lion Pride Live. I'm gonna go ahead and speak to her. She be over here with me sometime. Y'all make sure y'all check everyone out. Like I said, let's continue to support everyone. You know, a view or a like can help somebody along the way. Never know. Yep, I will check everyone out. Yeah, is you connected with Fugal Mama? She was in here. You know, she do her stretches every morning. She get people started in the morning. She's always has been an inspiration. She do her chit chat and she do her stretches, you know. And we had Miss Key, you know, she cook and share inspiration. I know you. I think you connected with Frank, I believe. Uh, I try to acknowledge people that was in their live, that come in their live, live for Jesus. You back? Oh, you are okay. But yeah, I'm about to get ready to get off of here. But I was just talking about fibromyalgia and how challenging it is to live with it. You know, that's pain. And I don't like to go through it, but it's something I was diagnosed with. And, you know, they give me stuff to help keep me comfortable, you know. You had to feed your kid. What you got them girl eating today? They been on good behavior. Already eating good, ain't they? They ain't been acting up how they living for Jesus. What you fed them today? I ate some real light. I had butter beans yesterday. I don't want no more butter beans. It was a few butter beans left in there. Then I cooked that rice in there. Telling my husband, I didn't want no more. I ate enough butter beans yesterday. I just had me some chicken salad today. I've been trying to eat light. Then what whew, it be challenging. I know you be cooking up something living for Jesus. Live for Jesus and top bottom. Do y'all know each other? Okay. Girl, that's what I cooked my husband some pork chop and we got the broccoli, cheese, and rice. Sure do. I told him I didn't want no, I'm not eating it. I got some chicken salad. You lazy, that good. Top, bottom, and skin, top, bottom, top to bottom hair and skincare. She has a channel. I don't know if you know her, Living for Jesus. You probably seen over here, but she has a good channel. And Living for Jesus, she doesn't have a channel, but she's a very good supporter, and she always sharing. She's been on my panel. You know, she always come in with a positive vibe and share different things. You know, when it come down to different topics I talk about, and I appreciate you, Living for Jesus. Mm-hmm. Yep. That sounds good. But I got pork chops too, but I'm trying to limit myself right now. Yeah. Maybe y'all can connect with one another. You know, she do a lot of self-care, skin care. They make their own products over there. She said she was trying to go live, but I don't know what happened. But anyway, I'm finna get off of here. Like I said, I thank y'all for coming in. Shout out to my members again. Shout out to everybody who did come in today. And I hope this live does help someone that is going through fibromyalgia. Just know that you're not alone. It's treatable. It's treatable, but it's not curable. And living with pain is not easy. You know, I could be walking in the store. People know me right. People that know me, they know be like, girl, you like you in so much pain. I mean, and you might see my expression sometime when I walk or when I how I carry myself. I deal with it. I deal with it. You know, I'm here. I thank God that I'm here. And I hate to have to keep getting these injections and different stuff, but sometimes it helps and sometimes it don't. So I just ask God, you know, I be praying one day that I want to be on pain medication the rest of my life, but you know, they don't give me the pain. They ain't good about giving me them pain pills. They was giving me a lot of pain pills. They know a lot. I'm not saying I get addicted, but they ain't so good about wanting to give people a lot of pain pill like they used to, because they know a lot of people get addicted to pain pill. Cause I was taking like pain pill every like 4 pain pills a day at one time. My daughter told me, Mom, you're gonna be addicted to them things. So now I'm getting like the injections. Cause they don't want people. They give you pain pill, but they don't want to give them to you. They they gave me some medicine last week for to help with my inflammation level after they dropped my blood, because I had to get a lot of blood work done. It showed my inflammation level and stuff like that. So yeah. But anyway, I know Lion Pride is live. Y'all want to check her out. She be over here with me. I don't know who else. Miss Key probably will be later on. She's working on her hours. But thank y'all. And top bottom, if you get your live going, maybe we'll check you out whenever you come back on. But y'all continue to have a blessed night. Thank y'all for coming in. And for all the ones that are getting out of school or got kids getting out of school, y'all get ready for the summer. Oh Lord, I know I'm gonna be having no grandkid. I'm gonna be right no grandkid. Y'all get ready. Get ready to make them bologna sandwiches. I told, I told her y'all better get ready to eat them bologna sandwiches, some noodles. All right, it was good seeing you. And I was just looking at some of your videos from, you know, what you had been making some stuff. You've been doing some pretty good work over there. And thank you again, Frank, for hanging in here. And Terry, Minister Terry was in here. Everybody that came in today, I do appreciate y'all. Y'all continue to stay blessed, stay encouraged, and always stay what? Prayed up. Until next time. Bye-bye.